My call to ministry was an exciting process for me. It was not something that I expected to happen. When I was a child, I always felt like God was urging me to be in some sort of ministry, but never did ordination or the call to be a deacon come into my mind or be something that I realized could happen until I was in college and I was working with my chaplain. And she really encouraged me to open myself up to the process the process of discernment and that process of allowing myself to begin to understand what God called me to do. And that was a time where that change in my life, it was a time where I felt pushed and felt excited and felt like God was going to do great things with me. When I began opening myself up to that process during my discernment time that I was called to ordained ministry, it was very evident that I was called to the ministry of a deacon. Deacons are ordained by the bishop to ministries of word, service, justice, and compassion, and they are meant to be that bridge between the church and the world. The entire time that I was discerning my call, I knew that I was supposed to be doing ministry beyond the local church, and I was supposed to be connecting back to a congregation where I could bring the attention of faithful people to kind of that hurt and disconnect in the world. And that's what a deacon does. So it was just very clear to me that I was always supposed to be a deacon. So if you want to become a deacon, you can get a master's degree from a seminary like a Master of Divinity or a Master of Music or Master of Christian Education. Or you can also go a route where you would get a master's in a specialized area of ministry, such as a Master of Social Work or something of that nature, and then also do a program that allows you to complete the basic theological or graduate theological studies that are required to be a deacon through a United Methodist seminary. Deacons serve in a variety of different settings. Some serve in a local church, and others serve beyond the local church in a variety of different roles, from counselor and therapist to an administrator at a social service agency or an educator in a school setting. I serve as a family therapist in a partial hospitalization program where I provide family therapy to children and adolescents and their families. And the best part of being able to do that, to be a deacon in that setting, is that I am providing a ministry of presence and of hope for those who are struggling and those who might feel disconnected, those who might not have a local church where they can feel God's love. I get to carry that outside of the local church and help others. If I were to give advice to someone who is discerning their call into ministry, I would encourage them to be open, to listen, and to just allow the work of God to be within them. I would also encourage them to connect with others, to be in relationship with those who are in a variety of different kinds of ministry, to develop mentorships with those who might be working in the area that they feel that urge or that pull towards. And I would encourage them to just allow things to change within them. When I started discerning my call, it looked very different than what it does now, but just being in that process and knowing that God was guiding it was what helped me get a sense of clarity and to allow that call to be lived out.